It's just, isn't that Sidewinder? Isn't that like fucking the famous Moon chatter or something? One that says dumb shit all the time. I'm trying to fucking go through the news, man. Please. Okay, let's get to Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well. If it isn't old horseworm Rogan. I'm glad you're well, man.
Bro, do I have to sue CNN?
I don't know. Do you?
They're making shit up. They keep saying I'm taking horse dewormer. I literally got it from a doctor. It's an American company.
Mm-hmm.
They won the Nobel Prize in 2015 for you.
Remember how I said he was going to bring up the Nobel Prize?
Larry Elder's high point.
There you go. Okay, pre-watch
That's
Andy. I know. Just get it out.
His speeches.
Get it out. Let's keep going.
Human beings.
Yeah.
And CNN is saying I'm taking horse dewormer.
Yeah. What? So
They must know that that's a lie.
Well, there's a lot of people saying it.
He's going to say, I already mentioned this earlier, okay? But he's going to say, he's also most likely going to bring up that I threw the kitchen sink at it, and they hyper-focused on one part because they're all fucking biased, okay? It's not the fucking horse dewormer, as he already said. It's the human version of it. And lastly, that, I'm taking it seriously. Like, they get mad at me when they say I'm not taking COVID seriously, when I say young people shouldn't get vaccinated. And then they get mad at me when I take it seriously and I take everything I possibly could.
Right, but a lot of people can say it.
Okay.
Like the internet says it. Who cares?
sure, but
But
it's,
CNN is saying it. Like Jim Acosta.
I meant like USA Today, a few other
yeah.
places,
and they're
not just
talking
people.
about ivermectin, right?
Yeah.
So what? Because I don't know. I just saw so much news
Yeah.
about you. I mean, I would talk to you and check on you and see if you're all right. And you're like, you threw the kitchen.
Homie took monoclonal antibodies, okay? Like, I wonder if he'll bring that up in here, aside from just like arguing against the fact that he took horse dewormer.
Sink at it, you said,
Yeah.
which was stuff that you took IV drips and what was it
Monoclonal antibodies.
and that what is monoclonal antibodies?
It's the shit they gave Trump.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then what? So who said, or did you already want ivermectin? Like,
Well, I had this guy on, Dr. Pierre Corey, and he is, what is the organization he's from? Frontline COVID Critical Care Workers.
Dude, he literally, oh my God, I didn't know he had that fucking frontline medical doctors people on. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? So he didn't even get it from a legitimate doctor. He got it from like a bunch of fucking charlatan doctors that were responsible for the fucking hydroxychloroquine shit.
He's well-established doctors treated.
Oh, dude, totally, dude. Totally.
Damn frown.
Frontline medicine doctors is totally well established, dude. Hey, you guys remember when the fucking America's frontline doctors?
Yo.
Remember when they fucking came out in front of the fucking steps here and were like, you guys are suppressing the truth about hydroxychloroquine, and then their main person, who's not here for some reason, who spoke at this event, was Dr. Stella Emanuel, aka Demon Semen, aka Holy Ghost send the power, Holy Ghost send the fire. That's great, man. I'm glad that he's getting his info from, legitimate doctors.
Thousands of people with COVID, and they've early on in the pandemic they found some good efficacy with ivermectin. Frontline 19 Critical Care Alliance.
okay,
Yeah. So I had him on, and
Wait, what is this frontline
Almost 1 year
critical
left
care
as a
lines?
master.
Is it a different one? The FLCC? Yeah, Pierre Corey. This is the guy. Oh, yeah, this is the fucking guy. ICU and lung doctor.
Cooking stream when? Pogo.
I'm branching out into nonstop cartoons today. Get some horse sense. He's posting about Ben Garrison cartoons, dude. It's a different organization that made the current protocol for treatment in hospitals. They've gone off the rails and had a lot of doctors quit further into the pandemic. You mean the plandemic, brother?
Wacka 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 wacka.
The FLCCC, they push ivermectin. These pages contain the scientific rationale that justifies the use of ivermectin in COVID-19. Oh my fucking god, dude. Okay, so it's not the same group of doctors. I'm sorry.
Vote for Die Partei. Cheers.
Are these the guys that created the falsified? No, it wasn't the falsified study, but yeah, I hate this one, dude. I don't want to. This guy is like the epidemiologist, but he's like, he gets so fucking into the numbers that like I can't. It hurts my brain. But the FLCCC got their fucking study pulled. Frontiers removes controversial ivermectin paper. Wait, this was theirs? Editors of Frontiers in Pharmacology have taken down the article from the Frontline COVID-19 Critical Care Alliance. Oh, shit. Okay. There you go. It's not nitty gritty. It's just like, I know my limitations. And like when they get into the fucking numbers, it's like too hard. Yeah. Okay. So it was them. Okay. These are the guys. All right. So here's the fucking nitty and the gritty. Joe Rogan is talking about a group of doctors that now have had like one of the famous studies on the efficacy of ivermectin in treating COVID pulled from Frontiers before the publication, pre-publication, and of course the abstract had already been viewed by 85,000 times. That doesn't matter because like people suck this stuff up. There's like websites designed specifically to like pull any sort of ivermectin study that's favorable for ivermectin. If you go to like any of these fucking websites, they are working round the fucking clock. Okay, they're working overtime trying to like push ivermectin. Once again, these kinds of bad studies, these kinds of faulty data ridden studies are unscientific and actually harm real scientific research. By the way, what is incredibly frustrating is like, even if ivermectin had the capability of like helping people, when you put falsified data, when you knowingly and willingly falsify data in a study in an effort to push this miracle cure in the form of ivermectin, you ultimately end up devaluing the actual research that might come out. Oh yeah, I mean I've literally done this exact same thing. How do I keep falling for these pump and dump schemes? Says Richie Deals. I've done this literal thing. Allah Liker posted. As you guys know, I've done it like so many times on this broadcast. Hydroxychloroquine versus ivermectin versus critical race theory. This is always how they do this. They just like fucking find a new thing to grasp onto, and that's how you show how subversive you are. Anyway. What's up, Nasua? People like my dad don't have the medical or technological literacy to tell the difference between a radical group of quack doctors and thousands of professionals across the world that are unanimously agreeing on the same thing. Well, even when they hear it, even when they hear the unanimous agreement, they say, well, there's a, conspiracy. There's a widespread fucking conspiracy that is causing doctors to fucking feed you this instead of anything else. So that's the other problem. Okay? Like even when they're challenged or when they're faced with like that the doctors they once believed were fucking grifters, or that there is a consensus on this, or there's not enough studies at least, and that the FDA is against the use of ivermectin for COVID relief, and the fucking pharmaceutical corporation Merck that is responsible for the human version of ivermectin is urging people not to take it for COVID because there's not enough data available to show that it's effective at treating people with COVID.
Hope this helps your mortgage on your $3 billion house less than 3.
Okay. It doesn't matter because this causes them to only dig deeper. Okay. It causes people to only dig deeper into their fucking delusions, and as they did with hydroxychloroquine, as they are now doing with ivermectin.
You know, he had talked to me about it. He's not the only doctor that told me to take it. Multiple doctors told me to take it.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to have what is the exact thing it's supposed to do? There's something that I highlighted. And this is obviously, I'm not a doctor. It says ivermectin was found to be a blocker of viral replicase, REPLICASE protease.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Citizens don't have even the right to vote.
Bro, if you can't fucking read, then don't even try. You know what I mean? I'm the same way, by the way. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. The difference between me and Joe Rogan is that we both recognize that we're fucking brain dead morons, okay? And that this goes, but only one of us recognizes that, like, talking about this sort of thing goes beyond our scope of understanding and comprehension. We are fucking outmatched, okay? So I would rather listen to the combined information that's available to me, including the overwhelming majority of experts that have studied this, like pharmacologists, rather than a random fucking friend of mine who was in academia at some point, who has aligned themselves with like another fucking quack doctor that goes against the grain and that goes against like the multitude of scientific research available that currently, as it stands, does not show that ivermectin is a good or efficient treatment method for COVID. That's the difference, okay? Like, 98% of doctors have gotten the vaccine. 2% of doctors have not. If you're literally going to find the 2% of doctors and having them on your broadcast over and over again, you're a fucking asshole. At a certain point, you got to realize, like, you are literally a merchant of misinformation. You are spreading vaccine hesitancy. You're hurting public health measures that people are trying to take. You're being a fucking idiot.
And I don't know what this word is. Human TMPRSS2. I don't know. But what they didn't highlight is that I got better.
Yeah, you got better quickly.
They try to make it seem as if like I'm doing some wacky shit that's completely ineffective. And
right.
CNN was saying that I'm a distributor of misinformation. Also, that was the other thing that happened. The in Tokyo, in Japan, which is apparently they're very conservative about the medication that they use and the medications that they endorse. But the Tokyo Medical Association chairman held a live press conference recommending ivermectin to all doctors for all COVID patients.
So what's going on with it's kind of hard to figure out what's the truth in a lot of things. But with regard to this, people go, it's insane to take ivermectin. Like you see it everywhere. Everyone's like, this is wild. Don't take this shit.
It is. It is insane to take horse dewormer, which is what a lot of these people are fucking taking. Okay? Because doctors are not prescribing the ivermectin to them. Okay? So they're going to fucking feed stores and literally getting the horse dewormer. What the fuck? It is actually insane. It is beyond parody. And the most hilarious part about this is like, why are you making fun of the rural conservative folks? Why are you dehumanizing them and calling them hogs for taking hog medicine instead of the regular free to fucking get vaccine that the government is fucking distributing to every single person that wants to take it? Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about with the Tokyo thing, by the way. What is that? Oh, that Japan has not endorsed. Oh, this is like another one. Japan has not endorsed ivermectin as a COVID-19 treatment. Social media posts suggest that Japan's government recommends using anti-parasitic drug ivermectin to treat COVID-19, citing remarks by the chairman of the Tokyo Medical Association. This is misleading. While he cautiously supported the treatment, the association does not represent the country's government, which has not endorsed ivermectin for that use. So once again, Joe Rogan is going after like another fucking singular group of doctors that have decided that ivermectin is actually the fucking poggers treatment. Online articles also say ivermectin was approved as a COVID-19 treatment in Japan. These claims are circulating online during a spike in health problems caused by ingesting veterinary ivermectin in the mistaken belief that it will protect them against COVID-19 or treat the deadly disease. Neither Tokyo Medical Association nor Ozaki are affiliated with the Japanese government, and members of the organization can only provide recommendations. We can do other studies to confirm its efficacy, but we are in a crisis situation with regards to the use of ivermectin. It is obviously necessary to obtain the informed consent of the patients, and I think we're in a situation where we can afford to give them this treatment, Ozaki adds. Today I learned that ivermectin apparently sterilizes the majority, 85% of men that take it. Big Pharma playing 4D chess. No, dude. Listen, guys. Everyone is doing this. Stop doing the thing. It's one fucking study out of Nigeria that it's like you're doing the same thing that people who are like looking at one fucking study with regards to like ivermectin being an efficient fucking COVID relief drug, and you're doing the exact other side of that from a liberal point of view where you think like, oh, everyone's gonna get fucking sterilized. 85% of people that take ivermectin are not gonna be sterilized. How the fuck is this any different than like you think like these dumbasses thinking that everyone that got the vaccine are gonna die? Stop. Don't be fucking delusional, man. Efforts to grow to stamp out use of parasite drug ivermectin for COVID-19. Washington, health experts and groups are pushing to stamp out the growing use of decades-old parasite drug to treat COVID-19, warning that it could cause harmful side effects. And there's little evidence that it helps. There it is, dude. But that's the American Medical Association. Guess what, dude? They don't know. They're lying to you. This one doctor in Japan is telling you the truth, brother. Shut the fuck up.
Best daycare.
Eight weeks or more only showed slight fertility disruptions from the study. Yeah, it's like... Honest question, not to sound like a dick, but why not let Darwinism play itself out? Because there's Chatter's parents who are like literally on the verge of fucking death, dude. Okay? There's a Chatter who just donated saying his parents are like in the fucking ICU and they're about to die. That sucks. Okay? They're victims of misinformation ultimately. So I attack the sources of information like Joe Rogan and all these other people. But like, I do also feel a little bit weird about like, you know, finding. That's why I don't look at the Herman Cain Awards subreddit. Because like, there are randoms, like not cops, not fucking public officials, not like Republican commentators that die. When they die, it's fair game. I make fun of them nonstop. But I do also sometimes feel bad if it's like someone fucking dying after, you know, after not taking the vaccine.
One month until our sub baby is born, getting bloated and having to pee all the time. Any ideas for
But the
names?
biggest problem with like the let these people die narrative is that they're not dying alone. Okay? Like, even if we forget, like, the Chatter's parents who are on the verge of death. Okay? You have to also remember that, like, when they're fucking dying, that's a long ass process, bro. That is a fucking sometimes month-long process where they're taking up already exhausted resources away from other people that need the ICU beds for like a fucking gallbladder explosion or some shit. You know what I mean? They're taking up the ICUs. So they don't just fucking end up dying, they end up killing others.
Dirty burger.
Shit. And then you have the head of the fucking Tokyo whatever medical commission saying, take ivermectin.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know what's going on, man. You know, there's a lot of speculation.
Yeah, well, you should just stop right there. But like, I don't know what's going on. But it's not just that. Joe Rogan doesn't know what's going on. But then he also continues to spread misinformation, and he even debated a fucking doctor who does know what's going on.
One of the speculations involves the emergency use authorization for the vaccines. That in order for there to be an emergency use authorization, there has to be no treatment for a disease.
right.
So because there is this treatment in ivermectin, and there's other treatments too.
Right.
Because of this, there's a lot of pushback
7 months or a week.
against
You
potential
helped me through my
treatments
first year
and
in
pretending
college,
that they
and
don't
now
really
I'm
work
starting
or
my
that they're
second.
conspiracy
Here's
theories.
to another
This is
year,
the
Hasan.
this is the grand conspiracy, right? The grand
Right.
conspiracy is that the pharmaceutical companies are all in cahoots to try to make anybody who takes this stuff look crazy. But what's crazy is look how better I got.
Yeah.
I got better pretty quick, bitch.
Let's go to like your whole
Bro, you literally, dude, you're such a fucking idiot. It's an anecdote, okay? This is an anecdote, you fucking idiot. Oh my God, this is, dude, it literally should be illegal for Joe Rogan to talk about these sort of things.
Yeah.
I swear to
Why?
God.
Why him too
Bro,
sexy for
even
this
if
syrup,
even if
too
you
sexy
just
for your
took
girl, too sexy for
even if
this
you just
dog,
took
too
ivermectin
sexy
and
for
you
this ice,
survived,
too sexy for that
that's
jack.
still not
Yeah.
that still
Yeah,
doesn't
too sexy
mean
for this chain, too
that
sexy for
you
your
survived
van,
because of the
too sexy
ivermectin.
for this
Oh my
fame.
fucking
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You're a singular person. That's as idiotic. That is no different and just as idiotic as saying, I got COVID and I didn't take shit and I wasn't vaccinated and I survived, so you can too. Okay? It's the exact same mentality. Jesus fucking Christ. Also, what Joe fails to mention here for some fucking
Less
weird
than 3.
reason is that he also got monoclonal antibodies, okay? A treatment that, at the very least, has been declared
Rogan
by
needed
authorities
ivermectin for the worms
to
in
be a
his brain.
potentially efficient recovery method. Okay? He mentioned it in the beginning, I know, but he's like now saying it's the ivermectin that he's implying that it's the ivermectin that he took that got him better.
I got COVID. I drank bleach. I survived. AKA bleach cures COVID. Yep.
experience.
Yeah.
So you get back from a trip, right? And is it that night? Do you arrive home and know, or like on your way home, you're like, I don't feel so great?
Well, Saturday, here's what happened. Friday night, we went out and got hammered. Went out and played pool till 3:30 in the morning. Had a bunch of drinks. Had a bunch of drinks at the show. At the show, I think I had 2 drinks, and then I had like 4 afterwards. So
Yeah.
we were pretty lit.
Yeah.
And it was 3:30 in the morning. Exhausted, plane travel. Flew that
Thanks for
day
the
from. I guess so. Fort Lauderdale was the first show. Then that was Tampa, and then last show was Orlando. That night I was worn out. Friday night,
Guys, I think
because
I got a
3:30 in the
good
morning, and I
vaccine
was like,
for
oh,
COVID.
I gotta crash.
All I do is beat my
And
meat,
then I woke up in
think
the
that
morning,
made me
and
immune.
I was definitely hungover, but I was also just feeling a little out of it, just a little, just not good. It's hard to describe. If I had COVID, it was just like beginning stages, but I thought it was a hangover.
Right. Which kind of confuses
Yeah.
the way how you can read it.
So drank a lot of water, ate, took a bunch of vitamins, went to sleep, got up for the show, felt good. No drinks that night. And then that night we flew back. And so just feeling worn out, pretty normal, but worn out. And then when I got home, I was like, man, something just feels off. So I told my wife, you should probably.
You literally said a week ago that he would do exactly this, praise ivermectin and completely gloss over the monoclonal antibodies. Yeah. And he's doing that, of course.
Keep away from me. Let me isolate. Luckily, we have a big house. I isolated. And in the middle of the night, I was sweating. Would get fevers, and I wasn't feeling good.
And you knew it then?
I woke up in the morning. I knew it. By the time in the morning, I was like, something's going on. Let's see what it is. It was 90 whatever % sure it was COVID. So morning I got tested, turned out positive, and then just.
And this is Sunday?
Mm-hmm, Sunday.
So Sunday you find out you're positive, and then that day you feel sick, right? You're just in bed, relaxed.
Yeah, that
resting.
day, headache, sick,
And do you
weak.
immediately? This is what hadn't asked you yet. Did you have a plan in place in your head for like, if I get COVID, I
Yes.
would do these?
Yes.
So when you find out you're positive,
Yeah.
you start reaching out for these treatments.
Yeah, I already had it in place.
You did.
Yeah, I was already ready to go.
So and then you start taking them that day.
Yeah, I got it. I got all the stuff that I needed, took it that day. And then Monday, I felt pretty fucking good. And I was taking vitamin IV drips every day, high dose vitamin C, vitamin D, and NAD as well.
My concern when I spoke to you was just, will you please fucking rest? That's what I texted you. I was like, no hill runs, no fucking kettlebells, and don't wrestle any fucking cattle today. Just rest.
I
And
did.
You're like, I'm going to rest. I'm going to rest.
I rested.
I know.
I did. I rested.
I know.
did.
I
I
think
didn't do shit but watch TV. I actually enjoyed the first couple days because
Yeah.
I was like, this is a nice, like a legit, solid excuse where I don't have to do anything.
Yes.
Which never comes up.
Right. That was like when the pandemic started back in March last year, where it was like, no, you have to cancel your dates. And I was like, all right, it'll be like a nice week off. like this. Sure.
2 weeks to slow the spread.
Yeah, let's fucking chill out.
Yeah. So, but after I did this and I hit it with the NAD and the high dose vitamin C, I think it was 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C in the IV drip, which is like it's very effective. It goes right into your bloodstream, right?
Yeah.
After that and the monoclonal antibodies and all the other stuff, literally on Monday I felt pretty fucking good.
So that's pretty fast.
It's rather suspicious that while he was saying like, oh man, if you're just like healthy, like you can just take an L with the COVID stuff, and yet he had like an entire medical process designed to quickly recover from COVID, like that he had actually planned and wanted to make sure that he could get healthy quickly. I thought it was just like you could just like take it on the chin, you know? That's so strange. That's so fucking strange to me, dude. What I also find rather suspicious once again is that, like, we're not talking about the monoclonal antibodies and only talking about vitamin C and ivermectin and shit. It's such fucking bullshit, man. He took 110 times the recommended daily dose of vitamin C. I think, I don't know if that's like, I don't know what kind of harmful effects that has, by the way, Chatter. I think you just piss it out, right? Don't you literally pee out all the extra vitamins that your body can't process? Might get diarrhea. You know?
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, when I got COVID, I was in like the hospital recovering from surgery.
Right.
And I thought it was the opioid withdrawals, of which they told me, they're like, you're going to feel like shit when you get off of these.
Like the flu, right?
Yeah, it's exactly. They said you're going to get emotional and you're going to feel terrible. And I was like, okay. And I got off of them like on a Saturday. I stopped taking them after like 2 weeks. And then on Monday, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I had PT and OT back to back. And afterwards, I was like, man, I feel terrible.
What is OT?
Occupational therapy.
What's
It's
the
usually,
difference?
like, above the waist is kind of the way they tell you. Like PT's below the waist, OT's above the waist.
Oh.
So they were treating my knee for PT, and
Got
then
my
the
horse
OT was like the
dewormer extra
arm and
strength
hand
dip in.
stuff. And I did them back to back, like, and they're hour each. And I'm all fucked up. So they're like, yeah, of course you're tired and shit. Like, take a nap. And I slept for like 3 hours. And they're like, God damn. Here's the thing. No, it occurred to nobody that I had COVID. The next day, I'm like, I have diarrhea. My shoulders, like my traps, neck, were so achy. I was like, oh. And they're like, yeah, he's just fucking worn out from the therapy and getting off of the opiates and everything. And then the next day, a little better, but still shitty. And the third day, I was like, I feel better, you know. And the fourth day, I was like, I feel fine. So that was kind of like my window. And it was the fourth day where they were like, do you want to take a COVID test? I was like, for what? They're like, oh, for when you felt like shit 3 days ago? And I go, yeah, okay. And so I took the COVID test. And my favorite is that they're like, do you want same day results? And I go, yeah. And they go, it's expensive. And I go, this fucking hospital stay is expensive. What are you talking about? Like,
Right.
This is thousands of dollars a day. You think I don't want to spend $100 more to find out today? So I said, yeah, let's do same day. And then they tested. And at the end of the day, I go, where's my result? And they're like, we don't know. So the next day I'm going home, and it's a Saturday, and they're taking me home. And I was like, hey, whatever happened to my fucking COVID test? And now I feel like totally fine. And they go, I don't know. I'm going to call the lady that took the test. And I was like, what the fuck? So crazy. So I get home.
Hospitals, dude. Hospitals, dude. I mean, it's so fucking bad, dude. NA healthcare is like such dog shit. I'm sorry.
I watch a movie with my kids.
Oh, no.
And the email goes ding, and I open it, and it says positive. That's how I found out.
So you're fucking super protected.
Yeah.
Because they showed, there was a study that showed that if you've had a previous COVID infection, you're 6 to 13 times more protected than you are with just a Pfizer.
Yeah, I
What? That's literally not true. What? Bro, does he just like read? Wait. I feel like Joe Rogan only exclusively reads false information about COVID. Like right now, at this point, what he's doing is like honestly impressive. Okay? I don't understand. 30% of people infected with COVID don't create antibodies. Listen. If he means like once you get COVID or once you already have the fucking vaccine and then you get COVID, there is I believe there's information on it that says that there is information on it that says you have additional protection on top of everything else. But I feel like at this point, he's first of all he's wrong. He means one Pfizer shot probably, and secondly,
Asshole.
once again, I feel like in order to misrepresent this level of like false information, in order to misrepresent all this data, he has to be like looking for it. Previous COVID prevents Delta infection better than the Pfizer shot. People who recover from a bout of COVID. So what happens when you don't have a fucking when you don't develop the antibodies though? Like this is looking at a singular fucking study is still terrifying, okay? Instagram post missing context about Israeli study on COVID natural immunity. Oh my god, it's always the same shit. Isn't this true though? Immunity is as good as vaccines. My country doesn't vaccinate immune people. Okay. Getting COVID, unfortunately, with all of the new fucking variants, getting COVID and surviving it still gives you antibodies for certain people, not always, unfortunately. Okay. The big risk there is that what if you don't fucking survive? People who have already had COVID will be less likely to catch the Delta vaccinated. An Instagram post highlighted the headline about a non-peer-reviewed study from Israel that found unvaccinated people previously infected with SARS-CoV-2 had a greater immunity against the Delta variant than never infected people fully vaccinated with the Pfizer-BioNTech's COVID vaccine. But the social media post omitted the study's other findings that one dose of the vaccine enhanced protection for the infection survivors. According to his authors, a study conducted in Israel demonstrated that natural immunity from a prior infection with SARS-CoV-2 provided longer-lasting and stronger protection against the highly transmissible Delta variant than the vaccine-induced immunity from 2 doses. Some social media users are highlighting the findings, which are far from conclusive. This is why I was yelling about the fucking one ivermectin study that says that like 85% of the men that took ivermectin got infertility. Okay. Jumping on a fucking non-peer-reviewed singular fucking study to advocate your own to your already existing preconceived biases is fucking terrifying. And unfortunately, this is just what we're doing now. The Texas Truther Instagram account, for example, posted a screen capture of a Gateway Pundit headline. New Israeli study finds fully vaccinated people are greater risk of hospitalization and 13 times more likely to catch COVID-19 than those who have recovered and have natural immunity. What was not mentioned in the Instagram post, which received more than 4,600 likes on the platform, is that the study found even greater immunity against the Delta variant for people who get a single shot of the Pfizer and had an infection with the novel coronavirus that causes 19. Yeah. That is the highest percentage. How can I get a COVID-19 vaccination card? No. If you already had COVID-19 and recovered, do I still need the vaccination? Yes, you should be vaccinated regardless of whether you had COVID-19 because research has not yet shown how long you are protected from getting COVID-19 again. Vaccination helps protect you even if you already had COVID-19. Evidence is emerging that people get better protection by being fully vaccinated compared to having COVID-19. One study showed that unvaccinated people who already had COVID-19 are more than 2 times likely. Cash App, thank you for the 69 gifted subs. Then unvaccinated people who already had COVID-19, then fully vaccinated people to get COVID-19 again. If you were treated for COVID-19 with monoclonal antibodies and convalescent plasma, you should wait 90 days before getting a COVID-19 vaccine. Talk to your doctor if you're unsure what treatments you received or if you have more questions about getting a COVID-19 vaccine.
I can't believe I've been watching you for over a year. Thank you for being an influential part of my journey to being a better human. Much love, Hassel.
I'm stupid and nothing makes sense anymore. Is the claim that the vaccinated are more vulnerable true or bullshit? Vaccinated are not more vulnerable to COVID, man. What the fuck? Are you stupid? No, of course they're not. If you got COVID and you got vaccinated, you are the most protected. Okay? According to one study that is not peer reviewed, according to one study, and there has to be at least more studies on this so we can truly figure it out. If you got COVID, you can have more protection. That one study found that if you got COVID, you have more protection than someone who has gotten both the Pfizer shots. It's a non-peer reviewed study, though. It is incredibly irresponsible to jump on these sorts of fucking singular one-off studies. Also, if you die, you don't get taken into the pool of people making antibodies and living. Exactly.
Hope you all had a great Labor Day. Workers unite.
It's so fucking stupid. There's been previous studies shows that vaccines offer better protection than natural immunity, but for some reason, those studies don't get the same attention. Yeah. There have been more studies conducted that show that vaccines provide better immunity than those who naturally got COVID and survived. The issue is how many antibodies you produce wildly changes. Okay? It's inconsistent. The antibodies that your body develops is inconsistent. The time period for how long your body will maintain those antibodies is also inconsistent. So you're still rolling the dice on nature rather than fucking science. Thank you, Hasan's Femboy Made, for the 20 gifted subs. The only thing consistent in life is the top of the hour ad break. Because at the top of the hour, there's going to be a 60-second ad break.
For you.
And you're going to be forced to watch it. Of course, that is if you haven't subscribed previously, kind of like a vaccine against the ad break. For $4, because it's September, so it's 20% off. Or for free with a Twitch Prime if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Or you can use an ad block or a VPN.
Poo, your Irish accent is terrible but your takes are good. Sometimes. Poo, ivermectin horse girl hot tub stream when?
Thank you. Here's the ad break now. I love hogs like to claim the vaccine isn't safe because there isn't enough research on it, but they will absolutely believe in one inconclusive, non-reviewed study done in just a few months.
You know, I gave up the argument. I was arguing with my cousin, who's an ID doctor.
What's an ID doctor?
Infectious disease doctor. So this is what she treats. She's in the hospitals, you know, every day. And she was like, when the Delta variant came out, she was like, this thing is no joke. She's like, this is all I'm seeing. You have to get vaxxed, especially if you're going on tour. And I was like, well, what about, and whatever. I was like, fine, I'll just go.
Yeah.
Thank God, dude. Thank God. Imagine being Tom fucking Segura, by the way, and like arguing with an infectious disease doctor. I love that. I fucking love that, dude. It's like, what do you know? You have no qualifications. Why are you arguing with someone who's literally treating all these people?
Yeah. Well, it didn't bother you.
Yeah, it didn't bother me.
I'm still doing that. Like I'll still hawk up little green shit.
Yeah.
Here and there.
So you're what, a week out?
A week yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not that long.
But it doesn't feel bad.
Yeah,
like,
and you were
I
able
had a
to, you
great
exercised,
workout
you
today.
were
The
able-
only time you should fucking argue with your hog relatives that are like doctors,
OnlyFans.
they're like
when?
fucking chiropractors or some shit, is if they are going against the previously available medical research and the data that is available and the consensus that like scientists have already reached on the matter thus far by analyzing the readily available research, the many different studies that have been conducted on this. Okay?
today.
Yeah, I had a great
Hey,
workout today.
listen,
Felt great.
hope this gets
This,
to
that's
you,
my
but thanks
second
for being
workout.
so
I
consistent
had
in the
one
takes you
workout
give.
2 days,
I've
3 days
been
ago,
watching
3 days
since
ago.
you started
You didn't have a
FCYT,
qualification too,
but I
but still
used to
argue about
hate you.
antibodies and
Love
such.
you, do
I
ya.
don't have a
Hope I get to meet you
qualification.
someday.
I'm not arguing against the consensus reached by epidemiologists, pharmacologists, and other medical experts that are qualified. I am arguing against idiots that are going against the consensus reached by pharmacologists, epidemiologists, and researchers that are looking at this. I'm not the one conducting the studies. I'm simply telling you what
Let's
the
just
fucking
forget everything
interpretation
said
of
and
those
everything
studies
we were
are,
best friends and better
rather than
halves.
hyper focusing on one singular fucking study that goes against the grain, because I'm not some fucking idiot who thinks that being a free thinker means you always have to be fucking contrarian.
Then took yesterday off and then worked out again today.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Just feel completely normal.
Great.
Yeah.
And your breathing's fine.
Yeah, except the hawking up
hawking
little,
up, yeah.
but they're little ones.
How
little
crazy is
green
you,
things.
or maybe you're immune to it now from having so much public scrutiny, but like having people
radicalized
wish you
reality
got sicker.
TV
Isn't that crazy to
I
you?
didn't pay attention.
Inshallah.
It's crazy to me. I mean, I've had people, you know, wish harm on me and threaten me and tell me they wish I was dead and all this stuff. But
Fun.
yeah, you're like, cool, man. Thanks for watching the special. But it's like when you're sick,
Yeah.
people are like, I wish you were more sick.
Well, the good
God
news is I was
damn.
only sick for a day.
That's true. Yeah. It's just wild that there's people, they're like, I wish you were more sick. I wish.
Yeah, well,
The belief that it's some conspiracy when the overall consensus of doctors is what you're saying. How much would these super rich world owners have to pay to get everybody to lie? It's not even
Thanks
that.
for the great content.
I mean, it is that. People think that there is like this broad fucking conspiracy theory that like doctors are conspiring against everybody. Of course, those people shut the fuck up real quick when they're like, please put a fucking vent inside of me. I'm gonna die. Please, doctor. They're fucking pissing and shitting themselves, crying in the fucking hospital beds, begging for those very same doctors to literally, treat them, even though there is this like massive conspiracy apparently. So fuck those people. Okay, that's one. Suddenly they believe in the fucking science all of a sudden when they're, when push comes to shove and you're literally coughing out your fucking lungs, you have pneumonia, you can't walk without medical assistance, you can't breathe without a fucking machine literally pumping oxygen into your veins.
For Republicans and watching Hasan
Okay.
7 months. Thanks for helping me spend the boss's money.
I bet Joe panicked when he realized. Oh, fuck. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh, yeah. This notion that, like, there's an international conspiracy among doctors is so fucking laughable. Okay? That, like, are led by rich people. What are the motivations? Explain to me what the motivations are. Why would they want to fucking kill all the soy sheeple? Soy sheeple are easier to fucking... Why would they want to kill people to begin with? But soy sheeple are the ones who are fucking easy to control. Why would they want the free thinkers, brother, who go against the grain, who don't listen to the fucking authorities? They listen to their own heart and souls and their libertarian ideology. Why would they want all those fucking dipshits to survive? And lastly, there is an actual conspiracy, okay? Yes, medical experts and capital owners are conspiring to get you vaccinated. Why? So we can get over this fucking pandemic. Why? So you can go back to fucking work and keep consuming at the normal levels that we were prior to the pandemic. That's the reason why everyone is like, get the fucking vaccine, dumbass. Why would they want to murder you when your fucking stupid hog ass is but a cog in the machine? Okay? But it's still a valuable cog in the machine. You have to work. You have to slave away every goddamn day.
I wish you were in the hospital.
Because I wasn't scared during the entire pandemic. What they would like is that when I did get sick, that I
Yeah.
was really sick,
And you
and
learned
I
your
became
lesson.
really scared and learned my lesson.
Yeah, that's true.
And instead, it's the worst case scenario for them.
Right.
I bounced back about
In
as
a
quick
day.
as you
Yeah.
fucking can.
Yeah.
They did it to black people with syphilis. Dude, shut the fuck up. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, you absolute fucking idiot. They're literally giving black prisoners ivermectin while rich white motherfuckers were cutting the goddamn line to get the COVID vaccine. It is exactly the opposite, okay? If you are using this as an argument to be an anti-vaxxer, you have to literally recognize that what is going on right now with the Tuskegee syphilis experiment is similar to the ivermectin treatment, which is not fucking tested. Or rather, tested and not proven to be effective. You stupid baboon-brained idiot. Go ahead, dude. No, I agree with you, though. Oh, okay, never mind. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Joe Rogan's COVID was cured by God himself.
And they're haters.
Yeah.
But that's their life. You
That's
got to live
just
like
so-
that. Imagine spending
now
any
horse.
time whatsoever wishing that a person felt bad.
Yeah. That's
It's
true.
the dumbest fucking thing
It's
you could ever
insane.
spend your energy on.
Yeah.
And it
true.
doesn't work. You can't.
No.
It doesn't make people feel worse.
You're like, God, I wish so hard. And he's okay. So crazy.
I'd heard that was going on, but I didn't pay attention to it. It's like, they're weak bitches.
Yeah.
Stay salty.
Yeah. We're doing all right.
Stupid baboon brain idiot.
Everything's fine.
Did I do that?
I'm doing
You
pretty
were.
good. But meanwhile, I don't have a bad message. My message is be healthy. And obviously, there's some merit to that. And
As he smokes a cigar while he's recovering from COVID. What a beautiful picture, dude. It literally does not get better than this,
14
dude. This is the
months, let's go, I
photo.
love
This
you
is like
all,
the
Hasan.
perfect fucking... You're capturing the best 5 seconds of this interview, okay? My message is be healthy.
and merit to being consistently
16
healthy.
months hassle.
Here's a message. The thing that fucked me is drinking. I think that really fucked me.
Yeah.
I bet if I went home early, went to the hotel early Friday night and got sleep like I normally do, I bet it would have never got me.
You think so?
Yeah, I was hammered. We were out playing pool till, like I said, 3:30 in the morning. And you know I love playing pool, so
Yeah.
I'll play pool till I'm fucking exhausted.
Oh my God. I went on a trip with you once. Dude. It was like stand up to pool.
Yeah, there's also the mathematical formula that shows why large-scale conspiracies are quickly exposed. There is also that too. Like it is physically impossible to keep a secret that is so vast, so large that like hundreds of thousands of people are working side by side to maintain that secret. That's why a lot of these like larger fucking conspiracy theories are very quickly disproven.
To the whole next day. Like you're like, I didn't go to bed. You got back at like 9 a.m. and then we went out to breakfast. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're fine. I was like, no way, dude.
Well, you know, that message is not a good message.
No.
The up all night message and the drinking message is that, yeah, my messages don't do that. And it is stupid, and I haven't had a drink since
You aren't supposed to inhale the cigar, Bozo. Shut up.
then. Watch the entire
The one thing you should always trust is someone's got something they're hiding if they're on a screen. What?